guys, it's Kelly. I'm back with another process video, and today's layout, I am making the companion page to a layout that I posted a couple of weeks ago, and I will link that in the details below in case you didn't see that. But this photo is of my daughter, and I believe she was about 6 months old. I will put the date or her age as soon as I find it. This is pre-digital for me, so I have to go through some of the books and figure out when I took this, but I think this is about 6 months. So the what I am doing with this is a beautiful paper by Felicity Jane with these tiny, sweet, adorable little hearts on it. And I decided that since this is a companion page, I wanted things to be similar, but not similar, but it didn't have to be exact. And I wanted to mount my white cardstock on this paper, so I am gutting it because I do not want to waste that whole section of the paper. That is one of those papers that I will use every last scrap of. I love it that much. So I have pulled out some of the different things from the Felicity Jane kit that was a gift, and I did fussy cut some of the flowers as well for this, and again that was done off camera because I was doing it not even in my scrap room. I was just watching some TV with my husband and cutting them out, and it's just a nice little way to scrap without scrapping, if that makes sense. So since I know that I want my background to go on, I am just going ahead and adhering it, and I'm trying to be very careful and use the guidelines of the hearts so that it is completely straight. And one of the things with sometimes, or at least for me, with a simple page is I find that the details really matter. So, you know, like if that white piece of paper were visibly crooked, to me it would just really bother me. And I knew that this was going to be somewhat of a simple page because I want the focus to be on this adorable picture of my daughter. So the first page had that light blue paper, and I decided to bring that over as well and just mount the photo on that. I love this pale blue, and I think it looks really nice with the pinks and then the fussy cut flowers. So the black and white stripe paper has this really pretty pink, and it's almost like an iCat background, and you can see I measured exactly what I would need, and I am going to actually cut out little bits of it. And I'm not usually quite this frugal with paper, just because, you know, paper is paper, and I have a bunch of it, and, you know, I will never get through my stash. And, you know, I'm sure that there's a few other people like me with that. But when it comes to papers that I love, I want to hoard every last piece because, you know, I have some pieces of paper that I have in my scrap bin that I refuse to get rid of because the time just hasn't come, or it hasn't been the right page for me to pull it out. And these are definitely those types of papers. So I decided to mirror the photo corners as well. I still need to scan these photos. It's on my ever-growing list of things to do, but the priority isn't quite as high, but it should be. I need to get that done. So I pulled a doily in as well. That first page had a doily, and I am famous for using doilies, and I love them. And for a page like this, I just like the sweetness and the delicateness that it brings to this layout, as well as just, you know, having that same element on one page brought over to the second. I did fussy cut some slightly different flowers. There's flowers that are roses, and then these flowers that, you know, I'm not quite sure if it's a rose or what it is, but it's beautiful regardless. And I just, they're, the point what I'm trying to say is they're a little bit different than the flowers that I used on the first page, but the colors are the same. So I thought that that would be nice just to have something a little different, but it still be close enough to look the same. So I want to go ahead and get this stuck down, and you are going to see me mess with letter stickers for a crazy long time. And again, it is all just because I feel like when it's something so simple, it's the little details that truly matter. So my thought with this is I want to have breathing room underneath my title. And I am using my T-square ruler just to get it approximately centered. I don't have to have it exact, but I want it approximately. And I decided to use the gold letters for a couple of reasons. Number one, they're smaller, and when I put Elizabeth out on the blocky white letters, it just took too much room, and I felt like it just didn't look as nice. So I decided on the gold letters, and I will tell you that what my problem is with them and why you will see me moving them countless times is I'm trying to get the ascenders and the descenders to nestle in with one another, number one. And then number two, it's again with this simple page, I really feel like that the smallest details really matter. And you know, I think that some of the prettiest pages I've ever seen appear to be simple, but they are not. If you ever try to do something, it just seems like every detail has to matter. And I think that the queen of simple pages would be Ali Edwards and Kathy Zielski. They just make it look effortless, and for me, it is not. I think I like to hide behind some little imperfections, but for this layout, it definitely was a little bit more of a struggle. So here is where I'm trying to pull the photo cluster and the letters down a little bit. I wanted that little cluster in the upper left-hand corner just to have a little bit more space from that cluster and the photo. So I just decided to bring it down just a little bit. And I wish I could tell you that this would be the last time that I am messing with these letters, but it's not. So if anybody else is like that, please let me know, because I was starting to feel a little bit psycho with these, you know. And I think just because I had held on to this photo for so long and I loved the way the other layout turned out, that I just wanted to make this as perfect as I could. So the vellum heart came with that Felicity Jane kit, and actually everything came with the kit other than the gold letters by 7. And those paler pink flowers up in the top were also on that page. They just had a beautiful array of different flowers. I think that's one of the things that Felicity Jane is known for, is her beautiful florals. So I just put a couple of labels up top and nestled that vellum heart just to bring a pop of that pink up as well. And I knew that I wanted to put a tag and use some stamps, and then that's also going to be where her age goes. And I was going to put them on the bottom, but it really just nestled into those flowers so well that I decided that I would keep it there. And this is the last time I mess with these letters, I promise. And what I end up doing is just offsetting them a little bit so that they're not in a complete straight line, but I really liked the way that they kind of turned out. Just, it's not really wonky, it's just they kind of nestle into one another a little bit better. But again, it's just to make sure that the ascending part of the B and the little curly Q of the M and the Y that are descending just nestle in and have enough space. So the last thing that I will do is I'm going to stamp a little series of hearts on one of the labels, and then off the camera I do sew around the edge of the white cardstock just to add a little bit of a finishing touch and to again pull in something that I did on the first layout to the second. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.